The anime Demon Slayer has acquired cult status among its fans. In just a few years, the series has become one of the newest best-selling manga and has earned a spot in the 10 best-selling manga ever. But what's all the hype about? I mean, there have been manga series before, right? How does Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba stand out from the others? Well, the fans of this series already know the answer to this question. For those who don't know and want to soak in the hype, we have brought you this video in which we will give you a recap of the second season of Demon Slayer. This video will also serve as a means for die-hard Demon Slayer fans to recollect some of the most critical moments from their favorite series just before the start of Season 3. Are you ready to join Tanjiro, Nezuko, and the rest of the Demon Slayer Corps on their journey while they try to rid their world of demons? Demon Slayer 2 begins from where the film released after Season 1 left off. As we saw in the last episode of Season 1, the trio of Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, after discovering their new mission on the Mugen train, bid farewell to Kanao and the mansion. From there, the three of them leave for the train station. However, upon reaching the station, Inosuke causes a ruckus, and the trio falls into trouble. The government doesn't acknowledge the existence of demons and hence doesn't recognize the demon slayers. Due to this, the trio has to quickly flee from the spot. They hastily jump onto the leaving train, which also has Kyojuro and Lower 1 on board. Season 2 begins with Kyojuro, who sets out to find a somewhat elusive demon that has plagued an entire town. It's the same demon about whom the trio had been warned by Kasugai Crow. This demon is supposedly connected with over 40 disappearances in the Mugen train. Kyojuro happens to meet a pair of bento vendors. Kyojuro advises the pair on the risk of demons before locating the train. He soon comes face to face with the demon responsible for the attacks. The demon becomes furious and flees from the scene, deciding to hunt the bento vendors. Kyojuro eventually tracks it down and kills it, saving the vendors. After realizing the demon is too weak for numerous victims, Kyojuro boards the Mugen train to begin his investigation. The trio meets Kyojuro on the train, where they discover two hidden demons and are impressed by Kyojuro's abilities. When they all go to sleep, Tanjiro dreams about being reunited with his lost family. Here, the demon mixes his blood into the ink in their tickets, and the four slayers fall into the blood demon art of Enmu. While all of them are asleep, Enmu tries to enter their dreams. Here, Tanjiro has to draw his sword and slash his own neck in order to regain consciousness. Inosuke and Tanjiro attempt to battle Enmu inside the train but find their attacks futile with his regeneration. In the midst of the fight, the entire train derails and crashes into the ground. After the train derails, Enmu disintegrates, but an upper rank 3 demon named Akaza arrives and attacks Kyojuro, injuring him severely. Kyojuro succumbs to his injuries, but before dying, he gives messages to Tanjiro for both his brother and father. We then see Akaza meeting Muzan, who is unhappy with Akaza and asks him to kill all the demon slayers. We also see Tanjiro conveying Kyojuro's last message to his brother and father. After this, the trio is shown to go with Sound Hashira Tengen Izui to their next mission in the Yoshiwara Red Light District, where demons are suspected to reside. Tengen sends his 3 wives to the 3 largest courtesan houses in the district. When the demon slayers do not hear from them, they disguise themselves as girls and enter the area. They are shocked to find that Makio, one of Tengen's wives, is held captive in a secluded room in Inosuke's house, being restrained by numerous obi. Zenitsu recognizes the demon and gets into a fight with her. Zenitsu fights the demon but is later captured by Daki. Meanwhile, Tengen doesn't want Tanjiro and Nezuko to help him anymore, but they refuse to abandon him and rearm for battle. Tanjiro readies himself to face Daki alone. Battling Daki by himself, Tanjiro tries to use his Hinokami Kagura, but realizes the fatigue on his body is preventing him from fighting effectively. Still, he manages to free Suma and Makio, 2 of Tengen's wives, as well as Zenitsu, all of whom assist him in his fight before they are joined by Tengen himself. Daki causes immense destruction to the district, taking the lives of numerous innocents. Meanwhile, Tanjiro joins the battle again and uses his water-breathing techniques to fend off the attacks. He then combines Hinokami with a water-breathing technique against the demon. In the meantime, Zenitsu and Inosuke join the battle too. The trio are proving their worth in front of the demons. However, the upper-rank siblings combine their power and overcome the demon slayers. Zenitsu loses momentum without cutting Daki's neck but is joined by Inosuke, revealing he moved his internal organs upon getting stabbed, causing Gyutaro to miss his heart. Tanjiro gets poisoned but recovers and slashes Gyutaro's body, sending blood blades across the city, destroying it. Gyutaro finally disintegrates and meets Ume in the afterlife. Elsewhere, an increasingly ill Kaguya is overjoyed at the news and expresses his pride in Tengen, the three young demon slayers, and Nezuko, noting Muzan's defeat is near. Simultaneously, Akaza is summoned to the Infinity Castle, noting that his being summoned to the Infinity Castle would happen only if an upper rank were killed. Tanjiro emotionally embraces Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Nezuko, happy that they all have survived the battle. The second season of the series ends on this note. Important theories from Demon Slayer Season 2. Number 1. The Blood Demon Art of Nezuko. Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Tengen were all poisoned by Gyutaro. Normally, this would have been a death sentence because Gyutaro's poison is very potent. However, miraculously, Gyutaro's poison didn't have an effect on Nezuko. This was because of Nezuko's own Blood Demon art. With the help of the Blood Demon art, she can conjure demonic fire from her blood. She used it in fighting against Rui in Season 1, and then again in Demon Slayer Mugen Train to pull out Tanjiro from Enmu's dream spell. She used the Blood Demon art again in the finale, to neutralize Gyutaro's post-death attack and then to burn away the traces of his poison in everyone's bodies. The Blood Demon art certainly says a lot about Nezuko's potential as a demon because it has been proven to be effective against other demons. Number 2. What happens to Daki and Gyutaro after they die? All demons have tragic backstories. Daki and Gyutaro also have the same. After being born in the poorest areas of Yoshiwara, they were orphaned at a young age. They didn't have a good childhood. Gyutaro was continuously mocked for his appearance, while Daki had to become a child sex worker. One day, Daki was burned alive by a client who she stabbed after they refused to pay her. Gyutaro took revenge on this man by killing him and was filled with hate, as no humans came to help him and his sister. It was then that he and Daki were turned into demons personally by Doma, who was upper rank 6 at the time. This tragic backstory has filled Gyutaro with so much hate that he would choose to become a demon in every lifetime. However, Daki is not like him. She's only a demon due to Gyutaro's influence. Unlike Gyutaro, she still has kept the option to go into the light open. However, she ultimately refuses to leave him, and together they both go to hell. Number 3. How did Tanjiro get his car? Tanjiro getting his car is one of the biggest mysteries of Demon Slayer. It's still not revealed, but we can take a guess. Tanjiro definitely wasn't born with his car. He got his car while saving one of his younger brothers from being hit by a boiling kettle. But that car then changes shape after Tanjiro passes the final exam to become a Demon Slayer. And then again in the final fight against Gyutaro. What's going on? Number 4. What does this victory mean for the Demon Slayer Corps? The leader of the Demon Slayer Corps, Kaguya Obayashiki, sees the victory of the trio against an upper-ranked Demon Moon as a cause of celebration. However, the Demon Slayers are still recovering from their losses. After Rengoku's death, they are already running short and now even Tengen is retiring. Also, we can't help but agree that Kaguya's condition is also getting worse. The curse mark now covers more than half his face. The Demon Slayers will have to put their act together fast enough if they don't want their window to defeat Muzan to be closed. Number 5. Is there a Season 3 of Demon Slayer on the cards? Yes, it was confirmed shortly after the finale aired. However, the original manga series is already over, so the story is already concluded. So what's new in Season 3? If the newly dropped trailer is to be believed, a lot is in store. Till now, fans have seen Tanjiro and his friends fight a ridiculous amount of demons, almost die several times, take out a couple of low-ranking members of the Upper Moon 12, lose a couple of Hashiras, and finally face off against the upper rank 6 demons of the Upper Moon 12. The third season of Demon Slayer is expected to focus almost entirely on the Swordsmith Village arc, given that the official title is Kimetsu no Yaiba Katanaki no Satohen, which translates to Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc. Let's hope for the best. And here's a full recap of Demon Slayer Season 2. Indeed, this anime is full of tragedies but also exciting battles. Tanjiro and Nezuko have faced many tough challenges but have always fought the demons with all their might. It will be interesting to see what happens in Demon Slayer Season 3. Hopefully, it will be just as exciting and exhilarating. We will continue to bring you the latest updates and news regarding it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more Demon Slayer content. Thanks for watching. We will be back soon with another video.